Hey everybody, welcome to another video again. It's me, John, one of the co-hosts here on the Bronies UK channel. I did a video a little bit earlier on, uploaded it. I'm on the same day, same t-shirt and all that. Well, I think we've got a teaser trailer for season 9. I've done a bit of digging, and I can't find anybody else, not even Hasbro, that has officially announced this. Literally can't find anyone else that's posted this except for one YouTuber, and I will keep that person nameless because I don't want to cause any problems for them or myself. But I'm going to talk about it. So we have a teaser. It seems official because it does say Discovery Family on there, so this is an official Discovery Family TV teaser promo. So, let's get to it, shall we? Okay then, so let's get on with this, shall we? Right, so, spoiler alert, spoiler warning, for anyone that isn't caught up to season 9, or is still kind of making their way through. Let's get straight on to this now. So, we have this teaser. So, the first things first, the teaser opens up with just kind of like a Game of Thrones opening, and it's kind of like mocking Game of Thrones, and it says this April, MLP season 9 will be the final season, and we then see these green eyes, and then green flame, and then it reveals Spike, and pretty much kind of that's that. But I just want to say something about that first bit about Spike, okay? Now, I disregard anyone's thought of Spike not being Spike not really being a character that no one cares about, because people are, oh, no one cares about, apparently the writers don't care about Spike, apparently the writers don't like Spike as a character. That must be why they've not put much emphasis into his character. Now, they have put a lot of emphasis into his character, it's just they've not really developed him, why he is there to begin with. They've developed him as a character where he is literally a personal aid, if you will. He's a personal aid, if you will, to Twilight. You know, he lived with Twilight ever since she came to Ponyville, and when she was still an Earth Pony, and they grew up together, like a brother and sisterly deal, and he has been there for her through moral support throughout the entirety of it, including her friends. You know, obviously the rest of the main character roster have been there for Twilight and helped her progress to becoming an Alicorn princess. And with that, are we finally going to see some development with Spike? With it opening in such a way, now that, because in season 8, Spike finally sprouted his wings, his dragon wings. He's now coming of age. He's now essentially, could say, he's in his teens now. He was a baby dragon, but now he's approaching adolescence, and he's now becoming a teenager, and he's now going through puberty, or dragon puberty, so to speak. I think it's known as molting, molting. And so yeah, basically that is pretty much what's happening with Spike at the moment. So he's now essentially going through a dragon type of puberty, and he's reaching adolescence. So it's kind of like, is he finally kind of coming to terms with his magical ability, and does he find out whether he is he is a bearer of some sort of element? Because the reason why I say that, we all hopefully remember, right back near the beginning, there was an episode where Spike ended up being turned into like this, or he became greedy, and he became a giant dragon, and he became greedy, and he kind of stole everything for his own. And in that episode, you see in the background, with the rest of the elements of harmony, you see a green gem, a green element. When the fans approached the creators, they said that that was not an art mistake, that was intended. So, but since then, there's been no there's been nothing else. There's been nothing else to state that he is an element bearer. It's been more or less kind of stapled around about the main six, the main pony the roster, kind of like explaining their character backgrounds and their wants and achievements and what they want to do. And all the characters, now that we're up to Season 8, Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Applejack, Fluttershy, all of those characters, the main six, they have all reached their main goal. Rarity is now a main fashion designer. She has a few shops now open. Twilight is an Alicorn princess who has responsibilities. And that's how she's become that. Okay? So you've got Fluttershy, who is now kind of like... She kind of opened up like a little centre, so to speak, for all the animals. And then you've got Pinkie Pie that has her cupcake big business, and she still does her party stuff, which is her thing. And then you got Applejack that is helping her family run the Applejack, the apples farm and their apple produce, etc. And Rainbow Dash is now a Wonderbolt. So all of that is all what's been collected from start to finish, and essentially their personal bios are now finished, except for Spike. Spike is the only one that has not had his pretty much the T crossed and the I's dotted. He has not had his... It's almost as if there's an element of mystery about him, and he's never really been fully explained. You know, why was he entrusted with Twilight to begin with? There must have been a reason. Okay? It can't have been just a rite of passage. There must have been a reason for Twilight to be entrusted from such a young age, and a very naive age, with a young baby dragon. There has to be a reason. And from Season 8, we finally see that he sprouts his wings and he's going from the molting stage, his puberty, etc. And now he essentially, you could say, is in his teens. He's now a teen. And with that, is he going to gain access to his more adult abilities? Is he going to be a bit more involved within the main six? So, I'm not going to talk too much more about that because I've been speaking quite a lot just about Spike initially, but I just wanted to kind of just talk about that specific thing. Moving on, King Sombra's back. I was not expecting that. Now, King Sombra coming back is a fan want for a long time, and there's been rumour and speculation for a long time that it would happen. It's happening because this shows that he is back, and man, I'm very surprised, but he's back, and in a very interesting way. He's trying to kidnap Flurry Heart. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the name, Flurry Heart. So little Flurry Heart is actually in his clutches, and he's obviously somebody. Well, I'm kind of guessing the main six. I've found him doing it. Kind of found him red-handed. Or caught him red-handed. Sorry. And it looks like, and he looks at the camera in that really sadistic smile. So I'm kind of like, yes. So is this probably what we see in this teaser? Is this literally just the first two? This is the two-part opening. Are we finally going to get a really in-your-face two-part opening? Because what we see here, we see King Sombra back, trying to kidnap Flurry Heart. As the trailer continues, we see essentially the tree of harmony, what houses the elements of harmony, get destroyed. I don't know how, but a big spiky rock goes right through it and destroys it. And in doing so, the gemstones or the elements of harmony are destroyed along with it, as you can see there. That was quite shocking, but at the same time I'm not surprised, because there has been a bit of a theory within the fan base as well that, and I don't know whether it's been kind of touched upon from the creators themselves, I'm not too sure, but I have heard it from the fan base perspective, and that basically what they want is that they never needed these elements of harmony. They never needed the gemstones and the tiara and the magical, like, jewellery, so to speak. They never really needed that because they represented that element. That magical ability was within them for all along. So they didn't need that. They didn't really need to... they don't need the gemstones to prove their magical abilities. They already have it within them. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what the creators are doing. I don't know. I might be wrong, but it does seem like that. And so it's really interesting to me that we finally that happens. But that's it. That's all that there really is to really talk about with the teaser. Obviously, they kind of pony up, kind of like they do access their abilities against King Sombra, so they do fight King Sombra, and I'm kind of hoping King Sombra doesn't get re-thingied. I know that's the whole idea, you know, friendship is magic and all, but I do want an exception, and I think Queen Chrysalis, or Chrysalis now, because she's no longer really a ruler of anything anymore, but Chrysalis is the exception when it comes to villains. They've never been able to get through to Chrysalis, and I've loved that bit about her character. She's stuck true to herself, and she knows what she wants to do. She wants to get revenge, and that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna get her revenge, whether one way or another, and that's what I love about Chrysalis. And I love the idea that she's stayed the same and she's not been reformatted. And then King Sombra was actually, did come, when he first came into it, he's been in it once before. And King Sombra essentially got defeated by Spike, I believe. I think Spike defeated him just kind of on an off chance. And he was kind of this like, King Sombra was like a cloud. He was like this big oppressive black cloud. And I was just like, and he was easily dispelled, so they defeated him really easily. And I thought, well, that was a bit of a wasted thing, in my opinion. But it's great to see him back as a physical enemy, physically right there in front of them. And they're going to have a proper bout with him. They're going to have a proper fight with him, which I think that is awesome. And also to see that the elements and the tree of harmony and the elements were destroyed. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the main roster. Or is Spike going to start to pick up his ways, and is Spike going to become an element bearer? But anyway, so that's what I want to talk about. So that's my thoughts on the teaser trailer. Thank you very much for watching again. I'll be back with more. This was a trailer that was put up on Discovery Family, according to the source that I found this from. And there's nowhere else. I've actually done a full YouTube search and nobody else has uploaded it at this moment of me making this video. It might change afterwards, but this has only been uploaded by one person so far. But anyway, so thank you to everyone for watching again. Please subscribe, comment and rate for more. And until next time, see you soon.